This discussion was on Periscope, live, originally, on Monday, April 4th, the day after The Walking Dead Season 6 finale aired. Much happened. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about Season 6? Season is there. World, are you ready to talk about spoilers? Are you ready to talk about if this man died? Can you feel it? Are you sad? Are you excited? Are you upset? Are you pissed off? Are you mad? Do you want to invite the world? Can you feel it? Can you feel the coffee's almost over? Can you feel the coffee from Negan's bat? Talking, walking, dead. My name's Rappaport. Hey Judith. Hey Season is there. Oh man. Hey everyone. What an emotional roller coaster The Walking Dead is. Karen, Season is there. Judith, Ginger, Jada. Holy cow. So is the episode awesome? I don't know. Was the season awesome? I don't know. I have to be honest with you. Walking Dead is a roller coaster, up and down and up and down, and it trolls us and trolls us and trolls us. And I don't like to be trolled, bruh. I don't like to be trolled. Not like they do. I will still watch. Hey Blake. I think it's total, and spoilers. Ready? Spoilers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoils. It's total bullshit. They didn't show us who died. I'm sorry. Pardon my French, but it's total BS. Sorry, the music is gone. I did not write that music. It's complete bullshit. So we finally get to meet Negan, the coolest or craziest character in the entire comic book, and I'm pretty caught up. One of the best characters ever. Oh, every time Negan talks, you're like, that's, even if he's an asshole, you're like, I want to watch this. I want to see what's happening. You think Eugene got the bat? Maybe, like, yes. I think maybe, I did not watch the after show yet. I know Scott Kimball talked about it. Oh, well, it was the end of the story that someone died. I read the quotes, and then we'll start the story where someone's dead. And so the story ended by someone dying, and then we'll start the story by that same someone being dead. And they're two different stories, even though it's the same thing. So I don't know. It was either Daryl, Glenn, Eugene, or Michonne. Daryl, Glenn, Eugene, or Michonne. Or Abraham. Those are the 5 possibles. Now, it keeps running through my mind. Could it be Rick? There's no way it could be Rick because of what he said. But could it have been Rick? Would they do that? There's no way it was Rick. The comic books say Glenn. No, so they said it's a beloved character. So if they don't kill someone that we actually care about, because I don't know if you noticed, Aaron has been MIA all season. And even before, hey, Kelly, long time, miss you. Even before Aaron gets on board, no, it can't be Carl, because in the comic book, spoiler alert, hey, Gloria, how are you? Spoiler alert, Negan and Carl have a little bit of a relationship, so, yeah, in theory, Rick and Carl are safe, but I think that, it's either Abraham, Daryl, Glenn, or Michonne. Now, so the great thing about this show, I'm sorry I've been away a couple of weeks, I haven't done it, but to be honest with you, I'm a little pissed off that we had to wait till Negan showed up. And I'm a little pissed off that we had to wait until the end. Daryl has a new show, everyone has a different theory. Kelly says that it's, Daryl, or that it's Abraham. Who does everyone think died? Put it again. Hey, Patrice. Daryl got shot. Now, anyone notice how Daryl got shot and yet he doesn't look like he's in any pain? Where did Daryl get shot? Yes, Daryl's been MIA. He did a smoke break. He hugged Carol. They don't know how to write Daryl, and a lot of people were theorizing that Kirkman didn't. I don't know if Kirkman created Daryl or he's not in the comic book. So I think I think Kirkman's pissed that everyone's favorite character is not somebody from the comic book. Also, Daryl is growing up, I guess, but Daryl was like a racist mofo. But once his brother died, he changed. So he looked like he was in pain. Well, to be fair with you, to be honest with you, hey, Kim, he said that? Leaving the show in the finale? Can he say that, though? So Daryl, Norman Reedus has a new show. Hey, AJ, hey, everyone. Norman Reedus, his eyes were black, yeah, but the thing is, they only showed like one shot of Daryl. 2 shots of him. I wasn't paying attention. So Norman Reedus has a new show on AMC with a motorcycle. Hey, man, what's up? We're talking Walking Dead. Spoilers galore. So Norman's got a new show on AMC. Is he dead? I don't know. Would they put us through all the Glenn torture to just have him die? Or that's why they did it? So
I don't really understand what happened. Let's get back to the cliffhanger, which is a BS cliffhanger, because I have to be honest with you. When we come back, I'm not going to think about all summer who died, right? I'm going to talk about it now. Glenn is probably fine. I feel like it was either Eugene or Michonne. So a lot of people think that someone else will get killed as well. That people will be so pissed. Rick is gonna tell him that he's gonna die. Rick is gonna tell Negan that he's gonna die. If Aaron dies, no one cares. Like, I'm not saying people wouldn't care. Hey, Sarah, everybody's here. So did everybody watch the show? Feel free to invite. Let's talk Walking Dead. Now, you just came to say hey. That's hey everybody. Welcome to the party. I heard there's new Periscope features coming. Hopefully they're not just stats. Hopefully they're not just stats. You know what I'm saying? Caca. So, yes, the comic books have Glenn going away. But the thing is, Glenn shouted out an emotional response, right? And I think when Glenn shouted out an emotional response, I don't think that he killed. I don't think it's Glenn. Although Scott Gimple, the showrunner, says, "Oh, I don't want to get this moment wrong." But when Glenn shouted out, I think no, I don't think it's Glenn. Maybe he'll die eventually, but they all will. But when Glenn shouted emotional and Negan had him go back into line, I think that's when Negan decided it's not Glenn. He's like, Negan's not gonna kill someone that was emotional. And he said, taking it like a man. That means it was either Abraham or Daryl. I think it was either Abraham or Daryl. And didn't he say taking it like a man? Not saying that can't be a woman, but I feel like, don't you guys feel like it was a man that he killed? I could be wrong. Taking like a champ. Oh, he said a champ, not a man? Okay. Like a champ? Okay, I didn't know what he meant. What he said, like a champ. Okay. But the camera point of view, when it went up, it looked kind of tall. So, did he say man or champ? Because if he said taking it like a man, not that means it was a man, but I thought that's what he meant. So, if he said taking it like a man, I think it's either Daryl or Abraham. And it could have been Abraham. He said champ? We're arguing over champ and man. Not that it matters, champ or man. So we all agree that it's either. Does anyone agree that it's going to be champ or man? We're arguing now. Man, champ, man, champ. It's going to be Daryl or Abraham. I don't think it's going to be Glenn. I think they're going to keep Glenn alive. You know, I think they'll keep Glenn alive. You know why? Glenn is the only Asian person on the entire show. And that, let me repeat. He's the only Asian person on the entire show. Now, that's not to be mean. I'm telling you, they want diversity, right? So they're going to, I'm just saying, I think they've killed a lot of black people. This sounds wrong, but they do this. It does. I think it's going to be someone white. Is that mean? Is that racist? I just think that that's how television works. That's how, hey, Alice, they think in demographics and diversity. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be Hollywood here. And they're going to kill someone white. There's a lot of white people on the show. So I think it's going to be Daryl or Abraham or Eugene. Anyway, it's something to think about, right? It's something to think about. I don't think it's going to be... They've invested so much time into the Glenn and Maggie story that I just find it... A lot of people are saying Maggie. How awful would it be if it was Maggie? Yeah, Abraham said goodbye. It could be Eugene, but would we really care? I don't know, Abraham, Eugene, or Daryl. Daryl could have just been a tease, though. Anyway, let's get back to the cliffhanger. Let's talk about the season. Let's talk about the episode. So in the episode, on Anchor, oh, awesome. Hey, Flash, thanks for being here. I'm not ignoring you. It could be Abraham. What do you mean? Yeah, I don't understand why they showed Daryl getting shot, and then they didn't really show where. And then it seems like, I guess he got shot in the shoulder. Carol has 2 bullet wounds. Daryl's got a bullet wound. Someone's got a Lucille bat wound. Maggie is still on the verge of dying with the pregnancy or losing the baby. Maybe she'll lose the baby. A lot of people are hurt right now. My Little Ponies. That's nice. Yes, in the comic books, but I don't know if they'll change that. So we have all these different... So Walking Dead is finally going to become like Game of Thrones, and we're going to have all these different communities. But can I say the best part of last night's whole episode was Jeffrey Dean Morgan doing his speech, coming out with the leather jacket. And it's funny, he mentioned the shave thing, because in the comic books he's shaved. But the best part of the entire... I don't think it's Glenn. I don't think so. I think that they were messing with us with Glenn. I don't think so. I think they're gonna change it up. I think it's gonna be Daryl, PP City. Yes, that was great. I think it's gonna be Daryl Abraham. I think it's gonna be Abraham. Because Abraham was the one that said goodbye to Eugene. Abraham was the one that says to Sasha, "Are you ready to have a baby?" Abraham was the one that said that was Glenn. Like, the person that dies usually has dialogue, right? Who had the most? Think about who had the most dialogue. Abraham, right? Eugene and Abraham. That's what I think. So when people die on the show, they usually talk a lot. They talk a shizload. Glenn barely had any lines. Whoever died had a lot of lines. Abraham. So I feel like it's Abraham, but is he beloved enough? I don't know. In the comic book, spoiler alert, Abraham also gets, I think, killed with the Lucille. Abraham does too, later after Glenn does. So what they might be doing a swap, and Abraham gets killed, and then later Glenn will get killed. Hey, Mel, and everyone's here. So anyway, can we just talk about how pissy it was for them to have them? All right, so Maggie's sick. We got to get Maggie to the hilltop. The saviors are all over the place. Why don't we just put everybody in the van so we can all be at risk? Does anyone understand why they had to take a big-ass camper with everybody besides having everybody there? Yes, that's what I think. Abraham now and Glenn. Yes, that's what we just did it together. We figured it out. Abraham now and Glenn later. Daryl is a troll. They just trolled us with Daryl. So, Dale is rolling in his grave, probably. But can we talk about how they decide, hey, let's put Maggie in the camper, and let's go Rick, Carl, Abraham, Eugene, Maggie, Aaron. Let's put everybody in that camper. Yes. You can't kill... That's the rule of Walking Dead. You can't kill a main character unless they talk. You guys not agree? There we go. So... Oh, and Carol and Morgan? That was retarded, right? No offense to retarded people. But I'm just saying, how can Carol... Does anyone understand? I feel like I'm Joe Simon. Does anyone understand? This is my Joe Simon. Hello? Hello? Does anyone understand what's going on here? Everybody calm down. Do you? Does anyone know... Oh, this is the Josh Robert Thompson program. Anyone see Joe Simon being made fun of by Josh Robert Thompson? He was doing Joe Simon as like a gay, like, hipster. But it's really like, hello? Anyway, I digress. Does anyone understand what happened that everyone had to go into the camper? Does anyone get that? Like, oh, Carol. So Carol is a badass killer. Carol goes from let's go to Carol. I'll go back to the camper because that makes no sense. Carol goes from being totally helpless to being a badass killer. She had no crying in Terminus. She killed people. She killed the wolf. She argues with Morgan. And all of a sudden, Carol's like, I think this killing is bad. I don't want to kill anyone anymore. It's going to make me cry. And then she's got the machine gun ready to go. Hey, come on, Eileen. Welcome back. She's killing all these people. Feel free to invite your Walking Dead friends. Levia, see you, Kim. Thanks for stopping by. Editor TV tomorrow, Wednesday, is it? Oh, I'll be on Higher Bungalow tomorrow. Lauren Coopersmith. That's at 1 p.m. Eastern. To do a little, hey, my name is Matt. You know who I am? You'll know who I am. Anyway, so Morgan and Carol, I don't understand Morgan and Carol. The whole thing with Carol is ridiculous. Yay. And then coffee time on Wednesday. Thanks for sharing, Kelly. So I don't really understand why Carol is going through this. Does anyone know what Carol's doing? I don't want to go back to those people. Carol got kicked out once before, and now she's back, and then she goes away, and she comes back, and I don't buy it. Carol's a badass killer. Carol is a killer. So what's going to happen now? They're going to go to the kingdom. No, spoiler alert. The armored people, that's the kingdom. I like how I was quiet at Alexandria for like, what, a whole season and a half, and now all these communities show up out of nowhere? So, good job, Walking Dead. Maybe she was having a nervous breakdown, but she was so confident with the cookies and with everything. I guess seeing this. She shot the girls with the flowers, Lilith or whatever, Judith? No, hey, Judith. That's right. She didn't care. Shot that girl, the crazy one. Walking Dead kills people. The thing about Walking Dead, if you're going to like Walking Dead, you can't expect it to have rhyme or reason. Like when you're watching The Walking Dead, there's no rhyme or reason. So who's talked about it in the comics? Who? Carol's in the comics? Yeah, for sure. Yes, and how could there be so many saviors? Like, how many have, like, how did they have so many saviors and not find the Alexandria? That's what I don't understand. How could they have, and also there's a theory going around, this is a spoiler, so shut your ears. There's a theory going around that Enid is actually on the inside and she's a savior. We all thought maybe she was a wolf, and I don't know, the wolf's gone. Like, we haven't seen the wolves. They're basically gone. I don't know. They'll come back when it's convenient. Hey, Teeson. But a lot of people think Enid is an insider for the Saviors, but I don't know if that's true. So does anyone know, how do the Saviors have enough manpower? How do they know, like, so some people said that Enid poisoned Maggie and set it up, and that that's why, or she made Maggie sick, and that's why they had to leave, and that's why the Saviors were ready, because she supposedly made Maggie sick, and then that's why, how did the Saviors have to set all that up? The girl that Carl argued with. How did the Saviors have time to set up the wood and the roadblocks? And how did they know where they were going? Like, and they can't even find Alexandria. So with the pickles, I didn't even see that part. It was so quick. But that's the thing. Walking Dead does like very subtle things that no one pays attention to. And they're like, oh, and then they feel gypped. Like, is that what happened? By the way, I'm wearing my badass Daryl jacket. When I want to feel like Daryl Dixon, I put on my zips. And I get my coffee mug. I got the zombies in the background. So anyway, let me calm down. Can I calm down? Huh? Fabulous episode. Awful. Yes, let's blame Enid. Really, let's blame Enid, Mel, and Patrice, and Kelly, and Karen, and Tisa, and Kelly, and everyone else that was here. Hey, James. So, I don't like that they're driving around aimlessly. First of all, does anyone believe that Rick wouldn't just kill all those people? The first time they stopped and they were hanging with the Saviors, are you going to tell me that Rick wouldn't just, like, take his machine gun and blow them all away and just drive on through? Carol did it. Why wouldn't Rick do it? Maybe Rick thought they had their friends? Rick didn't know anybody was captured. Yeah, Rick wanted to. Maybe Rick is, like, becoming Carol. Like, why didn't he just kill everybody? Does anyone... I mean, that would have made things worse, but... That first group, yeah, why didn't he just kill them all? Because he was scared about Maggie? He was scared, I guess. I don't know. You think Rick was a bit scared that after killing all those Saviors that they had all those people there? That Denise died, he was scared, he didn't know what was going on? Do you think that's why? I don't know. I think when we come back, we'll see a dead Abraham, and maybe Eugene will speak up and he'll whack Eugene in the face. And maybe Eugene will be scarred or dead, I don't know. Maybe that's what'll happen. But I'm a little pissed off that they drove around. Anyone see Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare? I put up a post, poor little Eugene. Yes, it's all about Negan. That's what they did with the governor, too. They ruined the show because they're like, the governor is so good. Let's keep the governor around half a season longer. So, yeah, Abraham said, let's have a baby. Abraham said goodbye to Eugene. Abraham said bitch nuts. No one else talked as much as Abraham. So, Abraham and Eugene probably. Also, does anyone understand did Eugene get captured like 5 minutes after he left them? Like, I'm not saying Eugene's an idiot totally, but does anyone I feel like I'm Joe Simon when I talk to you guys, because no offense to Joe, but it's like, do you guys understand stuff? Because I don't. It seemed like Eugene got caught instantly. Couldn't he have run people over? Why didn't Eugene sacrifice himself? Why didn't Eugene just run people down? Why did he stop? I thought Eugene was gonna run people over with the camper, and yet somehow they were able to stop. There were no bullet holes, more bullet holes. Eugene was beat up. You think no? Wouldn't we have heard it? They're barely. How long are they in the woods? Does anyone believe that either? They're in the woods. What? Are they in the woods more than 20 minutes? So yeah, I thought Eugene was sacrificing himself to distract this. Yeah, distract. Not only when they captured, hours. Was it hours? No, it felt like 20 minutes, because when they captured Rick and his group, not only did they have the camper parked, but Negan was already in the camper, and yeah, that plan fell to shit. And why is it that they can't see? Everyone can see in the dark. The Saviors have all this equipment. I don't really understand how the Saviors are so well organized. I don't get it. Hey, Season, it's there. You're back. They had eyes everywhere. They had so many people, and they must have. It looked like every motorcycle gang that ever existed. You're back. Everyone follows Season. You're all following Season Snare, so I don't. Hey, are we all on Snapchat? Let's all follow each other on Snapchat, because that's fun. I think we all are, though. Because the filters, where are the Snapchat filters here? I want to be a zombie. I want to be a zombie. So the Carol Morgan story was annoying. I don't buy it. Enid might be a rogue. Everyone thinks Enid is a rogue. It was a few hours at least. It was light when Eugene and real. No, it was dark when they left. It was kind of annoying that every route they took, the Saviors were able to put people on every roadblock. If the Saviors had that many people, like, how was Rick and his crew able to destroy the compound and then rescue the other people? And yet, it's got to be, how did they know they were coming? Enid is the only answer. How did they know to roadblock everybody and set that whole thing up? Like, it has to be that. And I don't even know what the pickles, I missed the pickles part. Kelly said that Enid gave the pickles to Maggie, and then, so I don't really understand. Maybe it's wrong, young teen, maybe. But Enid had always been weird. Everyone's like, no one knew where she was from. But did anyone, I don't buy, if she's part of the Saviors, I don't buy it. Like, it's a dumb thing. I bought she was part of the Wolves, but I don't buy she's part of the Saviors. So, you don't think Enid's to blame? But how are the Saviors ready at every single roadblock for them? And when they got that guy, I don't know what just surviving. Something about surviving, right? I think it's supposed to be just surviving, slowly surviving, something like that. I think they said that. I forgot what it was, but just survive somehow. There you go. Bam. That's it. That's what JSS is. But I don't really, thanks, Karen. I don't really understand why everybody had to go into the camper. That's all right, Melissa. No probs. Why did everybody have to go into the camper? Because everyone had to be in the Lucille Candy lineup. Every main character. Was there any main character that was not in the lineup? Oh, let's talk about Father Gabriel, shall we? Father Gabriel went from crazy lunatic zero to hero, without any showmanship, any kind of redeeming qualities. So, rewatch. Does anyone understand how Father Gabriel decided to stop being crazy in 0 to 60? We didn't see one scene with him trying to not be crazy anymore. He told Deanna, what did he snap out of it? Like that? He just snapped out of it. All of a sudden, Father Gabriel is now not only is Father Gabriel not crazy anymore, we think, but he's competent enough to lead a group of survivors. Father Gabriel was worse than Eugene with the gun. Father Gabriel was scared, and now he's all John Connor with the gun. We haven't been focused on him, but we're supposed to just buy stuff. I guess we're supposed to just buy stuff. And now Father Gabriel is Judah's protector. What about the dude that Carol was seeing? What about the older dude? What's his name? He's in charge, yeah. The only person left that we know of at Alexandria is Gabriel and Spencer. Is there anybody, and Enid? Is anybody left? Nobody is at Alexandria. They could run over Alexandria right now. So, the baby, Gabriel, and Spencer. Who else? Oh, and by the way, Tara. Yes. Does anyone notice that Tara hasn't been around since the episode where she took Jesus back to Hilltop? Tara and Jesus, and who else was in that camper? It was in that car. It was Tara, Jesus, and the guy they rescued are still out at the Hilltop. They left to go to the Hilltop after episode, 1, 2, 4? She doesn't know about Denise. Will she know about Denise? By the time Tara finds out about it, Denise will be like, wait, what? What are you talking about? The Walking Dead likes to spread everything out, right? She went with them to the Hilltop to deliver the dude they rescued from the Saviors on a 2-week run. No, but they had to go to the Hilltop and drop off that dude. And Jesus, he's not anywhere to be found. Heath! Where the hell is Heath? Is Heath in that car? Does anyone know where Heath is? Hello? I heard he got cast as Jack Bauer. I don't know. So I watch The Walking Dead without, I don't watch it live. I watch it after. So I can watch, or 20, 30 minutes in. Because I hate commercials. I just hate the commercials. So, and I was watching a little bit. I did watch a sneak peek as I was fast forwarding to Fear the Walking Dead. And I'll watch it on Sunday. But it does not look good. Heath is the black dude with the glasses, with the dreads that was with Glenn when Glenn first made his first kill. Remember Glenn and Heath were together in the Savior's compound? He hasn't been around. Aaron hasn't been around. Jesus and Tara went out somewhere with that dude to return the dude to the hilltop, and they're all just MIA. And now they can't even keep track of the characters they have on the show. Listen, I like the show. I'll keep watching, but I was disappointed by, like, it hasn't been as good. Listen, if you go back and watch season one is probably better than all these seasons, but no, Aaron is with the crew at the end, but Aaron hasn't been around except for like the Savior compound. He hasn't been around. So a lot of these characters we were introduced to are not around, and I don't get it. I don't understand. So, did Heath go on that run? And Jesus, Heath, Tara, and Jesus. We didn't see them get to the hilltop though, right? So they have to get to the hilltop. We have all the people at the hilltop. We have the kingdom. We have the saviors. We might have some wolves. Are there any wolves still alive, or they're gone? And then we have Negan. Now, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I have to say, I was a little skeptical because he's not like as fat as the comic book character. He's not as F-wordy. But that monologue was great. And besides, he's got the cleanest leather. They have the cleanest clothes in the show. The leather jacket. It was really cool to see Rick being scared as hell. Rick was finally pretty scared. Like, Rick couldn't even be a tough guy. Rick was like, holy shit. How do we not know that they had 100... How many saviors are there? There's 100 people. We gathered... Negan's like, what we did, Rick, is we made you pee your pants. I went around to every motorcycle gang in the cities, and like, hey, motorcycle gang people, let's form one big motorcycle gang. Because everybody looked like they were part of a motorcycle gang. Every single savior. And... they gathered all these people up, and so does anyone understand why they would go through the trouble of putting all that wood together and all those zombies together? Yeah, Rick was shaken, so, because Rick thought it was over, you know? And also, the only believable reason for them not all to be dead is that Negan's like, you guys have to work for me, and if you're dead, you can't work for me, but I gotta kill one of you. They always say that. How many times do they tell us they have to kill one of them? If we were playing Walking Dead drinking game, and thanks for watching, by the way, Matt Rappaport, I'm going to be doing this for Game of Thrones. By the way, there's going to be After the Thrones, which will be cool. But I get why they kill somebody, but every single time they had that dialogue, they're like, we usually just kill one of you. You know, over and over and over again. So, I really think it was Abraham, because now that Abraham, like, left Rosita, and Rosita doesn't have any attachments to him, I don't see, and Sasha's not pregnant, as far as we know. Maybe that'll come out that she's pregnant, because it's not like they had a lot of condoms around. Wouldn't that be craziness? So, what was everyone's favorite part? Someone said they thought Negan killed one. Well, then it could have been, I think it's Daryl, Abraham, or Glenn, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to come back, and we're going to see Glenn and Daryl, like, lying in pain, and we're going to see that maybe they were just punched or beat up or whatever, but we're going to see that it was Abraham. So, I'm sorry to spoil it. I could be wrong. But we didn't see much of Abraham at the end when they were doing the camera, right? I have to go back and rewatch it. So, yeah, nobody screamed. Abraham's not somebody that was. Well, there were some little screams. They also muted the sounds a little bit. So I'm not sure. Hey, Lauren, I'll be on at Higher Bungalow tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's today's Monday. Hey, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing a little. You should follow Higher Bungalow. Rick did get cocky. Now, I don't understand why they're so dumb. Does anyone know why they're all so dumb? Why the writers made them all dumb this season? This season, more than any other season, is that they've been the dumbest. Thanks for sharing, Lauren. The Walking Dead was great, but they've all been dumb, right? They're all going out. They're getting captured. They're going out. Everybody's spreading out. Fatigue, right? Oh, what? Does anyone know why they all had to leave Alexandria in the first place? They were running out of food? I mean, couldn't they have gone on, like, just to make their plot work? Exactly. So, I don't know about you, but this world has a lot of cities and a lot of stores. And so, I don't know what the distance is, but couldn't they have driven to Washington, D.C. and, like, found some store or some house that had a refrigerator or had a cupboard? You're telling me every house and every cupboard is gone? Every piece of food has been eaten? Every grocery store, every piece of food? I mean, food expires, but not that badly, right? It's been, what, 2 years since they ended? 2 years in? Yes, they made the deal with the Hilltop to kill all the saviors, but does anyone else know why the Hilltop didn't say, well, they have hundreds of people? You telling me the Hilltop didn't know that there were more people than just the compound after all this time? How is the Hilltop still around? How did the Hilltop manage to survive with nobody guarding it and a farm? Like, the saviors didn't just come together overnight. Hey, Chris Barnett. There's a lot of good points, but I guess they don't want us to think about these points. The more we think about the logistics, and the more we think about the actuality, and this is why Game of Thrones is far superior to Walking Dead, because a lot of BS happens on that, but at least the BS is not unbelievable, and there's magic and witchery. This is the real world. So I like Walking Dead, but I don't love it, and I wish that they didn't play us for fools. You know what would have been great? If the last shot was the person's face. The dead face. Or at least give us some kind of clue. I'm going to watch Fear the Walking Dead, but The Walking Dead, as dumb as the characters are written, it's still far superior to Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead is like, it's kind of boring. Nothing happens. Right? What happened? I don't even know what happened on Fear the Walking Dead. The zombie apocalypse happened. The son gets, spoiler alert, the son gets captured. They rescue the son. Few people die. They go to a boat. And they're like, hey, let's get on a boat. So, yeah. There's no reason. Look, The Walking Dead, if it was struggling in ratings, then I get it. But you're going to tell me it's not enough to come back to them with a dead body and to see what Negan does next? That's not enough? We have to wait for the identity of who died? I'm just saying. I mean, at least Game of Thrones, spoiler alert, shut your ears if you don't want to know. You probably know already. The character that's dead, at least you show the character dead. He might not be dead. He might come back, but at least you showed something, right? Can you imagine if Game of Thrones, the character that supposedly died or didn't die, if they showed this person being stabbed, but then you didn't see, like, them the person lying there? Yeah, hopefully Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 is better than The Boat. A cliffhanger? No, like, we have enough cliffhangers. We don't need a cliffhanger to that. The whole season's been a cliffhanger. Hey, we work for Negan. Every single episode, they talk about Negan. We don't need another cliffhanger. We don't need, and by the way, guess what? It's called bullshit too. Here's the other thing is, it's a cliffhanger, really? What happens when Variety writes, hey, Michael Cutlass signed on as a lead in another TV show next year. Or Norman Reedus just got picked up in another TV show. What if that happens in like 2 weeks from now? Spoiler alert, now we know. Really? What, you think any of these actors are going to wait an entire, like, half a year to not get a new job? I'm sorry, if I'm on The Walking Dead, I'm an actor, and I get killed off, you bet your damn puppy I'm going to be on another show. You bet your damn booby I'm going to be on something. I'm going to do my best to get on another show, so 2 at a time. But Norman has another show on AMC, but it's not really, it's basically Norman rides his motorcycle. I'll watch it. Maybe they'll tease us. Maybe Norman just knew about this beforehand. He's like, hey guys, am I dead? Am I alive? So. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, now it's finished filming, but maybe, yeah, June. Maybe they finished filming the Walking Dead finale months ago too. So, yeah, I don't think Daryl's dead. Like, why would they put a bullet through? Do you think Negan's gonna kill someone that already has a bullet in him? I don't know. I think Negan killed somebody that was strong, so he's hot. You'll watch anything with him, Judith. All right. What else happened in this episode? All right, so Father Gabriel hung out. Daryl got shot. Does anyone else hate the whole first person POV? When Daryl got shot, blood spurted out to cover the screen. When Negan killed whoever, blood splurted out to kill the screen. Is this a TV show? Or they made a comic book into a TV show, and now they're trying to make a TV show back into a comic book. Like, they think they're really smart and really creative, but it's really cheeseball. It's cheesy, right? Hey, Walking Dead fans, I think it's cheesy, and it's not stylistic at all. Yeah, it's overused. They're like, oh, let's just do that. So, I don't know. It's pretty cheesy. Pretty cheesy. It's not easy being cheesy. What was everybody's favorite part? Was everyone's favorite part Negan? The Negan man? The Negan Meister? I don't know. I do feel like Negan, you know what? So I think the whole Carol storyline is dumb. I think Carol has absolutely almost zero care about killing people. Like, the idea that they put that, the actress is like, Melissa McBride's like, oh yeah, it's a real struggle now for Carol, and she's going through something, even though when she walked into Terminus like Rambo, and like killed everybody that existed, even though she like killed the wolf, even though Negan probably had the most lines in the whole episode, Abraham had a lot of lines, Abraham and Eugene, they had the teary, sad moments, so Abraham was driving, Abraham, R.I.P. Abraham. Maybe it'll be Glenn. I don't know, but I doubt it. So, a lot of this stuff on the show doesn't make sense. We're supposed to just buy it. We're supposed to just accept it. Do you guys know about? You want me to tell you about? There's a lot of different relationships with Negan and some of these people in the comic books. I don't want to get into it. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to that. I think Negan was pissed off that most of them didn't look like they were like afraid. You know? And that's the other thing on this show. Everyone else has guns and stuff, and Rick's crew is always like, "We're not afraid. You won't shoot us." So the whole episode was a little slow. I actually kind of liked seeing Carol and Morgan hanging out in parts of the world that we haven't really hung out at. But yeah, Negan's used to more people being scared. No one was peeing their pants. No one was like, he was like, wow, these are a bunch of badass. You also have to realize, so Negan's the bad guy. But has anyone else noticed that, yes, they're evil. We don't know why. We don't know why they do what they do. They have to take half people's shit. They're like the mafia of I was going to say Westeros, but I was going to say the Walking Dead, the apocalypse. But I don't really understand, why Negan's crew, why they're all following, so many people are following Negan. Like, how come in the comic books they have a lot of people, but not this many people? They have, like, governor-sized people. They don't have hundreds of people. So, yeah, he's a little upbeat. So, that's the other thing, too, is maybe they made Negan less crazy. But, picture yourself as Negan, right? Picture yourself, you have this community of people. You are kind of badass and evil, but this group just killed, how many people did they kill of the Saviors? Like, what, they kill like 30? Kill like 30 of your people, right? And you're standing in front of like 15 people. The Rick's gang killed like 30 plus of their people. So, let's bullies raise this up. They do, but yeah. A lot of people in the compound. The other thing, they've gunned down a few people. Carol killed people. A lot of dead saviors. And Negan's just like, usually we just kill one person, but you killed a lot of our people, so we're still just going to kill one person. Right? I'm sure Negan was also like, wow, everyone in my group are a bunch of motorcycle savages, and this group looks kind of hot and sexy. And you got the kid with the cute hat, and you got all these good-looking people. I can't just kill them. So, I think it was either Abraham or Eugene. They killed somebody that was, like, not pretty. He's like, let me kill someone that's not pretty. So, yeah, Rick and his company look like they're bad. They do, so. They can't all die, because if they all die... No, Morgan's killed... So, this is what I don't understand. Morgan, before he met the dude, was killing everybody. Wasn't he? He was trying to kill Rick. He's never killed anybody before? I think Morgan killed people before he was killing people. Before he met his Jedi Master. So. They're not all going to die. I think Rick won't die, but maybe Rick will lose his hand. But will that be that's what happened in the comic book. Spoiler alert, by the way. Sorry. But it's not going to be a Game of Thrones moment, because, spoiler alert, Jaime Lannister loses his hands. Yeah, well, Rick was shaking because Rick was like, "We're fucked." Anyone ever see Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare when where they basically they go back to Freddy Krueger's hometown and they keep driving around and they can't get out and they eventually run into Freddy? That's what I felt like this episode was. They kept driving around and around and they couldn't escape, and then they ran into to Negan. So I think Rick's finally gonna lose his hand. I think that that Rick is gonna say to Negan, "I'm gonna kill you! You shouldn't have done that!" And then Negan's gonna be like, "Oh yeah? How about I chop off your hand? Then you can't kill me." So, but you know what's funny is that after episode 1, where Daryl and Abraham and Sasha blew up the Savior gang for the mid-season premiere, the end of them, yeah, maybe a little bit, but what was my point? So I forgot my point. That's why I make the points. And then I forget them. When they killed that biker gang at the beginning, the Savior gang, where was it going with that? I don't remember where I was going with that. Did anyone else catch my train of thought with that? They mentioned that Negan, your property belongs to Negan. We heard about Negan months before, in December, and then he's back. But what was I gonna say? I don't remember. I don't know. They never took that gang seriously. I wasn't gonna say that. I forgot what I was gonna say, but they never took the Saviors seriously, and yet the Saviors kept coming back with more manpower. The Saviors were able to like wrangle the Hilltop gang. I don't know. The whole thing makes little to no sense. Who was telling Maggie? Oh, the Hilltop. Yeah, they were saying they're all Negan because that's their cult, that's their group that they believe in Negan. I think I was gonna say Negan's it's kind of on steroids. He's also Negan also Negan doesn't promise his people that well, he does a little bit like Governor, I think, but I think Negan also takes advantage of his of everybody. But they might have written him differently. I was gonna say the Hilltop, right? How is it that Rick didn't think that Negan's gang of people who usually kill people and took control of the Hilltop, how come they never took them seriously? How come they're like, oh, we can handle the Saviors? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. How are they so confident that they can just take anybody? They're just like, oh, would they survive this long? Because when Rick and crew meet a new gang, they're like, how have you guys survived this long without any guns? Carl's a better shooter than you. How do you get by? How do you survive? So, yeah, I don't know. Also, how did Dwight become so good with a gun? And didn't Dwight have a girlfriend or whatever? Did she die? What happened to her? Oh, we'll find out, I think, what happened to Dwight's face and his girlfriend. What? Yeah, but they were almost Terminus, so if Carol didn't save them, they were dead at Terminus. Didn't that open some eyeballs? Thanks for watching, by the way, so far. I won't keep you much longer. Hope it's been fun. But Terminus, they were about to get their throats slit, and Carol showed up at the last minute. Just like Morgan showed up at the last minute. Daryl and Sasha and Abraham were just about to die too, and they're like, Daryl had a bazooka. So, what if Daryl didn't have a bazooka? Daryl, Abraham, Sasha. That would have been more ballsy. It would have been more ballsy to kill one of them in the opening, so. When they're all together. Oh, that's why they all had to take the camper, Tayson? I don't know what's your first name. Oh, the X-Files. I thought the revival was alright, but could have been better. There's some fun moments. The ending set up for the sequel for the next couple episodes. They'll do more. But back to Walking Dead. Overall, Jeffrey D. Morgan, good. Everything else, bad. Even if they showed us who they killed, Tessa, even if they showed us who they killed, I still would have been like, But that was a good scene, that last scene. I just don't like the fact that the Saviors were so incompetent and they were so easily run over, and yet now they're so easily organized. Are we gonna see like a flashback? If Enid is a spy, we're gonna see a flashback of them planning all this stuff. I think Abraham dies. Eugene gets hurt. Rick loses a hand, and then this is how I would write it. I would have Abraham get killed. I would have Rick's hand get taken off, and then Glenn will die when they try to attack. I think that the Rick's group will attack the Saviors again and lose badly. So, and someone else will die because he went against Negan. So, that's what I think. I think that sort of happened in the comics. I didn't say who, but hey, Sarah, what up? We'll see. If it was me writing The Walking Dead and I said this, the season finale or the season premiere, we see or was episode 2 maybe. I said it then. I said Carl wakes up and like realizes he lost an eye. We deal with his eye, and Mobscope and Puppy Brigade, Hey Reservoir Apps, and then we see Negan. We see Negan's boots in the motorcycle blown up, and you see pan up to Negan going, and he makes fun of the fact that it's like, anyone got any marshmallows to toast? But instead, we have to wait all season. Thanks for sharing Reservoir Apps. We have to wait all season for Negan because Jeffrey Dean Morgan is still filming The Good Wife, and we have to wait the entire time to make that happen. So, anyway, we have Fear the Walking Dead. I think it's going to be okay, but Game of Thrones is going to be epic, and I think we'll be so like lubricated and orgasming from Game of Thrones for the next like 3 months that by the time this comes back around, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess like, oh, who died? So, meanwhile, I'll watch the Mets play. We'll watch the baseball. Game of Thrones is awesome. You need to watch it. It's the best show on TV by far. Watching the Mets play the Royals again, that was stressful. So that almost went to extra innings, but too much stress for a Sunday. How's your week going? Monday's good. It's April. There are new Periscope changes coming this week. I don't know if it's going to all be stats, but they tweeted about it. I have some stuff on the Betascope, which is kind of cool. It's good to have you all here. I'm glad that I haven't done this in like 3 weeks. I was scared no one was going to find this. And Game of Thrones comes back April 25th. My birthday is in May. Yay. I'm almost another year older. 24th. April 24th. And now, after they're having a Game of Thrones, they're copying AMC. First time HBO is going to copy AMC. And we're going to get a After the Thrones show on a Monday. And Preacher should be good, AMC. I hope Seth Rogen's doing it. Preacher's birthday is April 29th. Happy birthday. You're a Taurus too. Nice. Preacher is an AMC comic book series. That should be cool. That's I don't know that. I didn't really read the comic. It's crazy. It's a crazy comic. And that's in May. That's my mom's birthday. So we have Game of Thrones. We got Fear the Walking Dead. We got Preacher. Probably a lot of Netflix. There's probably Jessica Jones comes back. What comes? Orange is the New Black in June. Season 85. I've been watching Daredevil season 2. I'm almost done with it. I have like 2 or 3 more episodes. It's been really good. I thought it was pretty good. So I can accept more things on it. I think I can accept more things when you can binge watch. When you have to wait months and stuff during each episode, or a week. But I hope you got your taxes done, right? It's been a taxing season. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, Kelly. I appreciate everyone watching. Any final thoughts before I go? Besides Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Orange and Black is great. Does everyone love Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan? Do we like him as Negan? Has that been, yes, you got it? Watch me tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, Higher Bungalow. I'll be here too. Wednesday, I'm on the Editor TV, 12:15 Eastern. I feel like I'm Chris Harbert. Catch me at the Periscope Comedy Club on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 12:15 Eastern. I thought Negan was good. Tomorrow, I'll be on Higher Bungalow, 1 p.m. Eastern with the Lauren Cooper Smith. My Snapchat's Matt Rappaport. I'm funny. Than this. Fabulous. And what else? Instagram at my actor 511. That's my IG baby. My IG. And Carl, Norman Chandler, who plays Carl, says he still doesn't know who died. So you follow these people on Twitter. They must be getting tagged like nobody's business. I don't know how their phone handles it. Hey Amy. Once in love with Amy. I didn't watch Talking Dead. All right, there we go. We got the Norman Reedus and the Scott Gimple, the bastard that made us wait, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So on the Instagram, and then that's them. You made it. He's got his tongue out. So if he's smiling, he's got his tongue out. He's probably not dead. They look like they're butting around. They must be there. He's not dead. So Rick's like, I'm here. Has Andrew Lincoln ever? He's been on this couch like once, right? So let's give him a little like there. A little bit of a like. Son of suckering succotash. Although I'll tell you, Michael Cutlass, him and Eugene were going back and forth on the Twitters, which is another clue maybe about what happened. So gotta say I love this cast, but I had a particularly awesome time with Sasha and Eugene. So is that a clue? No one died. That's good, right? I know. Shh. I don't know. That's a lot of love for somebody that's still alive. Michael Cutlass. So. You're a survivor. You always were. This is a lot of things. They got numbers. I don't know. Could he be saying goodbye to us? No, this is Abraham, the actor that plays Abraham. Is he saying goodbye to us? I don't know. Love you all. I didn't see that from anybody else. Let's see what Eugene said. Eugene, let's see. Let's get Eugene open here. Sorry about I had the video stabilizing off. Let's see. And Saniqua. Let's see. It's all in the wording. Freezing. And Negan. Eugene has come so far. This is the actress that plays Sasha. I think it's Abraham. Let's see. And it could be Eugene too. Ponytails forever. Sad. Let's see. Baby mullets and shrubs. Don't pull a Herschel. I don't know. I'll be your anchor man. Yes, I damn will. So, unless they're teasing us. People always ask, and that has been my favorite scene, to work with my brother. I don't know. Maybe they do it every week, so I don't really know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let's go out on a high note. This dude, 331 E-Rock, does the Walking Dead medal. Hey, Larry. Feel free to Snapchat me, Rappaport, tweet me at MIActor. Tell me your thoughts. Thanks for watching. The season 6, awesome season, up and down, though. They tease us, Scott Gimple. You are hero. Later. Thanks for watching. I'll be again. Follow me on the Snapchats. I'll do Game of Thrones talks. Maybe I'll do Fear the Walking Dead if it doesn't suck. But Jeffrey D. Morgan, here's to you. And bye, everybody. Catch the replay. High five. Wait, let me try to end it with my coffee cup. Hey, everybody. Pee-pee your pants.